Alright. Imagine walking into an interview and feeling confident, prepared, and informed, instead of feeling unprepared and nervous. For many interviews can be stressful, but with proper preparation, that can all be solved. Today, I will be informing you on how to prepare for an interview by researching about the company before, practicing common interview questions, and presenting yourself professionally. First, I will talk about researching the company and position beforehand. Second, I will explain how to practice answering interview questions prior to the interview. Last, I will provide information on how to present yourself professionally. To begin, preparation starts before you even walk into the interview room. My first main point is researching the company and the position. Before attending an interview, it is important to understand the company's missions, values, and job expectations. Think about it. If you walk into a job interview not knowing anything about the job or position, it will show. Employers will tell right away if you did your homework or not. Rather, if you come to know what you're applying to and what position requires, it will show the employer that you are serious and ready to take the position. According to an article titled "How to Prepare for a Job Interview," published in 2023 by Indeed, candidates should review the company's website, study the job description, and learn about the recent company news to better tailor their responses. The article explains that employers are more impressed when applicants demonstrate knowledge about the organization. Additionally, in a 2020 article from Harvard Business Review titled "How to Prepare for a Job Interview" by Benjamin Laker, the author explains that researching a company allows candidates to align their skills with the employer's needs and ask informed questions during the interview. Asking good questions to the employer at the end is something a lot of people overlook. Overall, knowing more about the company and position will help you answer questions better and show more interest in your position. When you have done your research, you generally have more specific and smarter questions, which leaves a great impression. Now that we've covered the importance of researching the company, let's talk about how practicing interview questions can help you be more prepared. The second main point is practicing common interview questions. Practicing these questions will give you more confidence and help you speak clearly during your interview. We've all been there when someone asks you a question that you know the answer to and your mind goes blank and you look like an idiot. That happens a lot in an interview because of the pressure that you put on yourself, and it makes it harder to think. Practicing beforehand takes away that pressure because your brain knows what to say beforehand. In a 2022 article titled "How to Answer Common Interview Questions," published by The Balance, career expert Allison Doyle explains the importance of preparing interviews for frequently asked questions such as "Tell me about yourself," or "What are your strengths and weaknesses?" The article also introduces the STAR method, which stands for the situation, task, action, and result, as a way to structure responses to behavioral questions. Furthermore, a 2023 article from the Forbes titled "How to Ace Your Next Job Interview" emphasizes that practicing answers out loud can reduce nervousness and improve clarity during the actual interview. Practicing out loud is key. When you practice answers in your head, you won't catch some of the small flaws in your answer. Rather, practicing them out loud, you will catch those small flaws. It will help become more comfortable with your own words. You can do this with a friend or even in front of a mirror. Practicing common interview questions will help candidates organize their thoughts and speak more confidently. So now that you know what to say, let's talk about how to present yourself when you walk through that door. My third main point is presenting yourself professionally. Professional appearance and behavior influence first impressions. You could be the most qualified person for the job, but if you show up late, look unprepared, or seem uninterested, it can work against you. First impressions happen fast, sometimes within the first few seconds, and they're hard to change after that. According to the Occupational Outlook Handbook, published in 2024 by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, professionalism, punctuality, and preparedness are important qualities employers consider during the hiring decision. The handbook explains that candidates should arrive early and bring necessary documents. Bringing necessary documents means things like extra copies of your resume, a list of references, or a portfolio if that applies to the job. It shows you thought ahead of time and came ready. In addition, a 2023 career advice article from LinkedIn explains that maintaining eye contact, offering a firm handshake, and sending a follow-up thank you email can leave a positive and lasting impression on employers. The thank you email is something a lot of people skip but it's a simple step that can really set you apart. It shows gratitude, professionalism, and that you're still interested in the position after leaving the room. Overall, dressing appropriately, arriving on time, and demonstrating positive body language contribute to a strong first impression. Now that we've covered all 3 ways to prepare, let me bring everything together for you. In conclusion, to prepare for an interview, you can research the company and position, answer common questions beforehand, and present yourself professionally. By understanding what employers expect and preparing in advance, applicants can approach interviews with greater confidence and readiness. Thank you for listening.